Welcome back. I'm excited to share with you a new series called Admin Adventures, where we'll talk about real-life situations that administrators navigate. I wanted to create this series because when I was a new administrator, I was always on the hunt for concrete examples and real-life scenarios to give me a better sense of how to approach the common things that administrators face. For those of you like me, I hope that you find value in this series too. In each episode, I'll go through a scenario that myself or my clients encountered, and I will break down the situation, analyze the factors at play, and then share the actual resolution. So let's dive in. So here's the situation. Steris, a new administrator, is tasked with overseeing Section 504 plans in her school. Her experience? Limited to implementing 504s as a teacher and some basic district level training. Now she's facing specific questions from 504 case managers that require administrative input. Steris realizes her lack of in-depth 504 knowledge is slowing down the process and is feeling her confidence as an administrator decrease. At the start of the school year, 504 case managers approach Steris seeking clear guidance on their roles and responsibilities. Prior to Steris' arrival, they have been working independently with little collaboration and have felt overwhelmed with the lack of support. Now, they're eager to work together and stay updated on best practices and legal requirements. So how should Steris tackle this situation? Let's unpack this scenario across each dimension of the 3D school culture model. If you don't know what the 3D school culture model is, you can check out my video, which I'll put a link in the description to get a better understanding of each dimension. I recommend that you watch that video first so you can better understand the implementation of the model. Let's start with the personal leadership pillars dimension. There's external and internal factors at play. The first is that Steris is becoming a bottleneck to the workflow because of her inability to make effective decisions due to her lack of knowledge. The second is that she's aware of this and this is impacting her confidence as an administrator. Next is the current state insights dimension. 504 case managers are wanting clear roles and responsibilities, they're desiring more collaboration, and they're wanting to stay up to date on best practices. Because of their previous experiences with the former 504 coordinator, they're starting to feel some overwhelmed feelings due to their workload and the lack of clarity. And the last dimension, effective systems and processes, there's no formalized 504 system or process specific to the building. Just by deconstructing this situation across the 3D school culture model, it already can illuminate different things that Steris can do to start addressing the situation, which is the whole point of the model in building capacity in administrators so that we can create customized solutions specific to our building. So let's start with the personal leadership pillars dimension. Steris can start by addressing that she's a bottleneck in the situation, and she could start by investing in other 504 coordinator trainings or seek support from other administrators in the district. From the current state insights dimension, Steris can start to ask case managers a little bit more information to get clarity on their specific needs to then create those corresponding tailored solutions. For example, what elements of their responsibilities are the most overwhelming? What type of collaboration are they seeking? Is it collaboration between case managers or collaboration between case managers and staff? And what type of support are they looking for from administration? Is it that they want more professional development, or is it that they want admin support when navigating meetings with parents? And from the effective systems and processes dimension, Steris could also look at formalizing a building-specific 504 process that's aligned to best practices and updated legal requirements. The most important thing here is that all of these actions are specific to the context of the building. In this scenario, I was actually Steris. I recognized that the building really needed a formalized process, and I wanted to start a 504 team so that way we could address problems together at team meetings. With this in mind, I hit the current state insights dimension hard. I spent about 2 weeks interviewing anyone who was involved with the 504 team. That ranged from social workers to counselors, school psychologists, nurses, and supporting staff. My focus was really to get a better understanding of how 504s operated, what was already working well, and what were some of the current challenges. Throughout all of this, I was able to identify areas of strength, conflicting information that may have been communicated by previous 504 coordinators, and also any gaps in knowledge that was inhibiting confident decision-making. I took all this information and then created the formalized 504 building process. This started with a resource hub of a variety of documents that were specific to the building. In this hub, there were updated legal requirements, current best practices, agendas, timelines, shared trackers, and clear responsibilities and roles. This was a combination of refining what was already in place and also developing new resources that were requested that stemmed from vetted research. And then at our first 504 team meeting, I launched the process and talked about the resource hub. I want to point out that this solution isn't revolutionary and likely exists in many other schools. The point is that this solution was tailored specific to this building. It was about taking what was already working well and introducing a few adjustments to the workflow so that way things could be more efficient and effective and ultimately support the students with 504s better. Honestly, the impact of this was felt immediately. Everyone felt a sense of relief, and there was a lot more confidence in decision-making across the team, which actually helped reduce the number of questions I was receiving from case managers. Also, everyone felt so re-energized from knowing their roles and responsibilities because we were able to eliminate any overlap. With each 504 team meeting, we were also able to refine the process further. It honestly got to the point where everyone knew each other's roles so well that if one person was taken off the team and a new one had to be onboarded, it could be done by the other members on the team, even if it was my role that was being replaced. Working with this team was one of the highlights of my career. Their impact on students was remarkable. That wraps up the first episode of Admin Adventures. I hope that you found it helpful, and if you have any questions about any part of the process or something specific to this scenario, let me know in the comments and I'd be happy to share more. Thank you for watching, and I hope you experienced the joy of doing something you love today.